preview. Southampton versus Leicester. Let's get into it. Alright, hello and welcome to the MatchDayVlogs YouTube channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe because it really does make a difference to the channel. There we go.
Good.
There we go. Got all that in there. Everything. It's almost like a robotic thing that you sound say, but we really do appreciate that. So thank you to all the subscribers and all those who smash that like button because it really does make a difference. Right, we're here to talk about the upcoming game. Got all these games coming so fast.
I know.
We've got Leicester on Wednesday and we've got Brighton on Saturday, and we've only just played a game.
I know. It feels like we've only just spoken about Liverpool.
Yeah, it literally. It's almost like I'm in the same room as the previous episode, wearing the same clothes. But there we go. As always, let us know where you're watching the show from in the chat section, in the comment section if you're watching this on replay. Right, just get straight into it, really.
I reckon so.
Just, we did all the previous stuff. If you want to know our thoughts on the Liverpool game, go and check out the 5 things we learnt about the Liverpool game in the previous episode on this very same channel. But we are going up against a Leicester side who are conceding lots of goals at the moment, which is quite good. But we're going back to St Mary's. It's an evening kickoff under the lights. Hopefully the weather's going to hold off. I'm sure it'll be freezing cold.
What happened last time I saw Leicester like in a midweek game under the lights and it was really cold?
Yeah, really bad weather. But we won't dwell on that.
I can't remember. I remember. You were. I'm pretty sure you were on holiday at the time. I remember you not being there.
Yeah, that was the most depressing stream I watched. No, it was actually on Sky, that one. It was actually on Sky.
You weren't there, man. You don't know.
Absolutely. Fantastic. James joining us from Barnsley, Devon. And we've even got the FCG's back. Woo! From the Isle of Wight.
My brother!
Tom, centre of the universe, AK Blandford Forum. Yep, if you ask my mother and father-in-law, they'd probably say the same thing. That's where they're from, actually. There we go. Ethan's... I thought he was watching us from Five Guys then. I just skimmed over that one. But, there we go. Welcome to everyone who's joining us here live on the show. Right, so these games are coming thick and fast. Leicester looked pretty good against Watford, but they're still conceding lots of goals. And they conceded a hatful against Chelsea in the previous fixture. But I think they've only got 1 clean sheet this season so far. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard that being quiffed around.
Last time I checked, that is most definitely the case.
There we go. But of course, we're not ones to talk when we're talking about clean sheets, but all 3 wins that we have been able to get this season have all been with clean sheets. So it almost feels like to get a win, we need to get a clean sheet. But with Jamie Vardy performing the way he is at the moment, I'm feeling a little concerned, if I'm quite honest. What's the mood, Jack? What are you feeling?
Do you know what? The only thing that I'm afraid of is like Vardy. Because what I've been saying, against Wolves, it's Jimenez. Against, Norwich, it's Pukki. It's always those players that it's the traditional match of the day. This is who you highlight from this team player will score against us.
Yeah.
If Ward-Prowse played against us, he'd score a hat-trick without a doubt. Do you know what I mean? And it just scares me. I've got, like you can pretty imagine, it's the flashbacks are still there.
It's still pretty raw.
Like you say, they're really shaky at the back. And for a team like us, I mean, you said I could mention it, so I'm mentioning it. All the XG. You would have hoped that some of these goddamn chances that we create, we start putting them away.
Yeah.
And I just want it to be against Leicester so bad.
Yeah.
No offense to Leicester.
How many first half displays have we had this season where we thought we should be 4-0 up at half time?
Yeah.
Literally, Newcastle, Watford, Villa, Leeds. So many games where we should have just been putting all these chances away. It's just hugely frustrating.
it's aggravating. I think with seventh. I think it just for XG in the league, which is nuts. And the fact that we're not putting them away. I do honestly think that the defense, depending on who we're partnering with and how many, hopefully I think we're going to stick to a 4-2-2-2 back to normal. But yeah, I honestly think if we're playing a normal session, I think Salassi probably will keep Vardy quite quiet.
Yeah,
and and even Romeo, I think it might even stop there. I just think there's enough there to keep those goal scorers out, but sometimes it still just takes them just to break away, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see it. I can quite imagine that we're going to see Vardy down our end score, but that's just the way things roll.
Yeah, but I think I know what you mean. But I just think it's something that a lot of people are worried about this one, like big, but I don't think we need to be overly worried. I think people are perhaps overreacting a little bit in the sense of there's a comment up previously from Dexter. This one's given me a certain vibes, but I just don't think we're not there. We're not that side that is panicking, and we haven't got the injuries, so there'll be something very, very freak if that was to happen. I'm sure the pundits would absolutely love it. They did last time.
But that's the thing. I'm so glad that this is a home game, because I hate watching Southampton versus Leicester on TV. I can't stand it. That is the time where I'm like, yep, fan channels are better, aren't they? This is there. Yeah, you can listen to watch any other fan channel. Not being funny, but we go on Leicester fan channels. In fact, I'll be on Leicester till I die after the game on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're a brave man. Cool.
Yeah, I like the guys, but that's the thing. I know if I go on there, they're not going to barrel that over my head, because they understand that it was a game, and we've had games since.
Yeah.
Some that we've won, some that we've lost. It's been since that game, and even before that game, it's not it's somewhat split. So they're a side that we can beat.
The thing I always remind Chris, unless till I die, is the fact that after that result, we then went back to what's that stadium called? Goodness me,
King Power,
Walker's Griffith Arena, and actually we got a player sent off and still beat them 2-1. So we can beat them with 10 men on the pitch. We proved it.
I was just looking at it now, and our head to them is we 8 wins, 12 losses, 10 draws.
Yeah,
Reed's pretty split, and I don't think Rodgers. I think they're still carrying a lot of injuries. I think, and that back is so shaky. Amazed they pay that kind of money for it, and I just think hopefully it's one of those games where we just punish the back. I would love to. Part of me does want to see Bertie and Vestergaard start, and Bertie will get a clap. Bertie will get a clap from me.
Yeah,
Vestergaard won't, but Bertie will.
He'll get one of those.
Yeah,
one
of those, and I just want to absolutely smash them apart. But at the same time, I think, as bad as they've been, I still think Schmeichel's been on pretty good form, and I think that might be an issue for us. I can see a lot of us going, "Gosh, Schmeichel's good, isn't he?"
But I think his defence has let him down hugely, and I don't think they've quite clicked at the back, because there were a few mistakes for the Watford goals in that freak game in the snow. But yeah, I don't think that's Schmeichel's particularly to blame for anything. I think it's just a defence that doesn't know what they're doing just yet. And of course they've got Fofana, who's been out. Come back.
Is he out? Is he still out? I'm pretty sure he's still out, right?
Yeah, pretty sure he's out for.
Yeah, he was. In fact, when last time I was on Leicester, there we did like a top 11 outside the top 6 sort of thing, and I said that Fofana for me might be the best centre back outside of the top 6.
Yeah.
Well, Salassu is the best, but I said that, but because you see how much they miss him. Salassu, Salisu. I had that in my head all day after I left that game. Salisu. So good stuff. But yeah, I just think he means a lot to that squad. And without him, they are just kind of feckless at the back a bit. So just hope that I just want this to be the game really, where we're just like,
yeah, it clicked.
this is not my prediction, but after a 4-0 loss to Liverpool, after doing what we did, and people thinking rubbish, it would be quite nice to come out against Leicester and get like one of those 3-4. That'd be insane, wouldn't it? That'd be one of those games like just to turn around and just like nothing. It's nothing to do with Leicester. It could happen to United. It could happen to any team, but specifically Leicester. Just for the rest to go to those pundits and just be like, have that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's not like, do you know what I mean? To win a game by a lot wouldn't be like sticking it to Leicester. Really, for me, it would be sticking it to all those goddamn pundits.
Yeah, you write yourself all the time. So I think it's a great time for us to get into our team selection. So let us know in the chat section what you think the lineup's going to be, whilst me and Jack punch in our numbers for this week's lottery. Right, so going in between the sticks,
McCarthy. You can't change it. I see a lot of people wanting it, but I think it makes zero sense. I think, last season we were complaining about swapping our keepers out too much, and now we want to swap our keepers out every game.
Yeah.
What happens if Forster goes out there and has another bad game? Are you like, well, we stick with him, or do you say go back to McCarthy? So we're here. He's got a 3-year contract. He's going to be the goalkeeper for quite a while longer.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. My only real concern about that 3-year contract is that maybe we get a keeper in January or in the summer, and it's not a replacement. It's a backup for Forster. Do you know what I mean? So for Alex, sorry. So I just
okay, yeah,
it's just a fresher backup who will slowly come into the team. When in reality, if we got a Sam Johnston or we got somehow Dean Henderson from United, on both on free contracts in the summer, I feel like both of those go straight in to the sticks, don't they?
Yeah, agreed. And I think also whoever comes in, it has to be to provide competition for the number one, whoever that may be. And I think that's certainly something that we've seen be a positive in other areas on the pitch.
There's actually, the more I think about it, the more I do see similarities to this team and that other Southampton squad I was talking. That 2003 sort of squad. McCarthy very much is a Paul Jones, and we very much need an Anthony Niemi.
Okay.
No, Paul Jones on his day, he could pull off some shots, pull off some saves, but those ones that you're meant to save, he just never got hold of.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, as a kid, as a goalkeeper, I love Paul Jones. So I don't speak ill of the man. I have fond memories of him.
No,
but
indeed.
I see that in McCarthy.
Right, so I've put in what I think is obvious.
Filling out the easy parts. Right.
Yeah.
Obviously press conferences tomorrow. Do you reckon Stevens will be fit? I hopefully think.
No, it's today.
Was it today, was it? I've not watched it today. Did I miss it?
Yeah, it's today. And I think the only injury that we've got to be concerned about is Stuart Armstrong. But other than that, everyone else is back. But
yeah,
he said that before, and it's not been true. So I'm not calling Ralph a liar there. Sorry, don't look like I was saying. But it's just they get injured on the day.
I feel like anything over like 60% is like, yeah, he's fit to play, but he's still 88% when we've got someone that's 100% to play. So yeah, for me, I would start Salasso and Stevens. If he's there, Stevens. I just think Bednarak's just not there, and I think we've really missed Stevens since he's been out of the squad. I just missed that. I missed that thunder. I missed that fire.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I looked at that picture the other day of him shouting at Bruno. I'm like, oh, do you know what? I miss him. I miss my boy.
Do you know what the mad thing is, though? Because you roll this back to 2 years ago on that dreaded fixture, and at half-time he brought on Jack Stevens, and we slated him. I'm not going to hide behind anything. We slated Jack Stevens.
Yeah, but there's no hiding. He was terrible. Let's not pretend Jack Stevens wasn't terrible a year ago, 2 years ago. He was. And somehow, out of nowhere...
He's the Cornish Maldini.
Let's talk. Let's do some real talk here, mate. I know how people felt about Yoshida. And do you know what? I used to say I love Yoshida, but his back passes ruin us. And he sorted them out, and suddenly he became an absolute warrior at the back. So Stevens can do. Our centre backs just need a bit of time, and it feels like Stevens is finally getting around to it.
Yeah, I think Dexter's nailed it on the head here. Stevens is a leader, commands from the back.
Yeah,
much more organised when he plays. He shouts at people.
Exactly.
And he commands it, and I think it's something that I don't quite think Ward-Prowse has got the presence to do that as a
Yeah.
captain, but Stevens tends to sort of,
I can imagine it not being his greatest game because I feel like he needs to have that time to step back into it and start the command and feel it again. But between him and Romeo, I think the connection between the defense and the midfield just works a lot better, and there's a lot more communication. Like we said against Liverpool, Jota with Lianco and Romeo found it really difficult to handle Jota, and I know that there's no communication barrier there because I think Romeo
didn't know who they were marking.
They didn't know.
No,
whereas I feel like Stevens will let you. He's going to let you know. He's going to let you know what he's doing, and I think it's the clear choice. I will say, like that being said about Lianco, I think he's going to be so good, like in a season or two. He's going to do that sort of thing once he gets command of that back and he gets a better grip on the language and all that kind of stuff. I think he's going to be so good.
Yeah. Do you think there's a shout maybe for if Stevens isn't 100% that's Lianco?
Yeah, I feel like if Stevens isn't fit, I would say Lianco over Bednarek for me.
That's a big call. That's a big call, isn't it?
And I didn't know what I really thought that like Bednarek would be once Vestergaard went would be the leader of the back.
Mm-hmm.
But he's second. But then even in the games with the three at the back, I kind of felt like Salasu and Lianco were just the more present, the bigger presence at the back there. So it's
it's a fair shout. I think it's certainly when we first saw Lianco in this Sheffield United Cup game away, he looked very slow, very sluggish. Almost on his heels the entire game, and then. You flip that to the performances now, it's a completely different player, much more physical. And you cannot not love the guy for his social media presence in terms of what he's doing for the fans as well. He's literally retweeting everything of the club. I think he's the biggest Southampton fan there is. I think,
his channel's great.
It just oozes super fan.
But do you know what it was? It was the fact that he went to Peppa Pig World within maybe 2 weeks of being here.
I know. Embrace the culture,
He must have got him and was like, what?
Yeah.
We're going. Round up the kids.
Just the fact that he's getting involved with the community aspects as well and doing lots of shirt signing and stuff like that. But just the fact
Football is life, pal. Football is life.
Just even like making up little edits and not even sure if he's going to start the game or even feature in the game at all, but he's still posting every single game.
That's the funniest thing, right? Is that the way Lianco posts and the way the club posts about him, you would think he is the permanent starter.
Yeah,
but he's not. He's just the boy, and I just kind of love. I love it. I'm getting very close, mate, to maybe Lianco going on my shirt this season.
I know, right?
Yeah. To which I did tweet that, but Twitter said no. So yeah, we need a better way of communication, Twitter, because if his nickname's the Gorilla, and you can't stop me from using that emoji. What's the point of having it if I can't use it?
Yeah, it's certainly a bit of a mess. That really sort it out, Twitter. What you're doing,
and his posts never get taken down. So,
Chloe brings up an excellent point here. Kyle Walker-Peters needs to start on the right. He's not a left. Let's have a look at that left back position. Who do you reckon, Jack?
I actually think that it will be Kyle Walker-Peters. I think it'll be a more of an attacking team.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of compared to Liverpool, and I don't think also, no offense, but I don't think you can bench Kyle Walker-Peters 2 weeks in 2 games in a row. I think you're right. I think he is better on the right. However, I think he's still really attacking. He brings a lot to that left-hand side. If he could just get his left foot going, which, football players aren't like me or you, Mike. If they want their left foot to work, they can get it to work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they can get it to work. If Ralph sees him like this, sees the perfection of the back four of Kyle Walker-Peters in that position, I think we all agree he needs to be playing. He needs to be on the pitch, and he's a good enough player to be like, yeah, watch me start using my left peg. Mm-hmm. So, that's what we need. And if not, we need a left-footed player in front of him. Yeah. So.
I don't think Kyle Walker-Peters has struggled at all in the left-back position, though.
The only thing he has struggled in is that final finish, because he has to try and put the ball onto his right foot to bring it in for that final pass, for that final finish, that final flurry. It is better on the right-hand side. He did cut in a lot better.
Yeah.
But I think if he can get down that wing and actually cut in, it's better for him to have that right foot to swing it in some. So,
yeah,
it's fine. I understand it, but like I said, I think if you're putting out a really defensive defense, Peru. I think Peru didn't have that bad a game really against Salah. I think he did all right against Salah. Most points. It's Mo Salah. So
yeah, he's the best player in the world at the moment. So it's to hold your own is pretty tough day at work really. There's a lot of comments here about Romeo, and he did look a bit lost. But I think that was perhaps down to the systems in play. But he just kind of looked like he was ghosting the moves and was like 2 or 3 seconds behind everything. And if you're not going to get the aerial battles or the second balls, then it's you're never going to come out on top. But I don't know. Do you see him being dropped for this one?
No, I think Romeo and Will Prowse, that's who you start. And Diallo's getting better all the time, but he's still not as good as Romeo. And especially these sort of games where the energy is going to be high and the hype is going to be heavy. You want him there to G everybody up at home.
Yep.
Let's be fair, Romeo is kind of a different beast at home. He's fantastic at home usually. Like I can't remember too often him having that bad a game at home because he just, he can get into it and he can get us going a bit. One big challenge, we're flying.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have missed Redmond's creativity. Never thought I'd say that. yeah, he's definitely creative, and it's so many assists this season as well. I think it's something like 3 or 4 assists.
We have really missed Redmond, but I think Redmond has been the best this season that he's been, ever. Really, I think that apart from maybe the first couple of seasons when the whole team were flying, this is the first time in a long time when I can see Redmond pulling our performances up rather than just being a part of a team that's working really well.
Yeah.
And I just think just keep bringing him into the squad more and more. Yeah. You're right, because there was so much time last season. Even the beginning of this season when there was those games where it was like, wow, he's played really well against Bournemouth and he's played really well against Newport. Like, is there a level? But it's not. He's been fantastic through and through, really. Just been annoying not to see him recently. Now he's a dad. He's gonna get that new baby bounce. Forget the new manager bounce. You got that new baby bounce.
Doing this when he scores.
Absolutely, he'll get a goal for the nipper.
It's been ages since we've had something like that. Go like this. We've got Ian on channel.
Oh, the raid is on. The raid is on. Oh, and the boy Pad's here. The whole cruising effect. What's up, boys? I'll be on FIFA in a bit, I've just got to get through this and I'll be right on.
I'm hearing hip hop horns when they go in the channel again. There we go.
That's just the way Ian talks. That's his accent.
Ethan's saying here, I think Teller will start. Shout for that.
I would like to. Of course, I would like to see Teller start. It all depends, really. Like,
let's do it.
Is Elianusi out?
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I don't think you can start Teller over Elianusi, and I don't think you start Teller over Redmond.
Yeah, this is what. Oh, what have I done there? There we go. I think this is what will happen. This is how I think it's going to go. Yeah,
like that is just how it will be. Like I know that people want to start Teller, but if we get to 45, like this is a much better position for Teller to come on in the game.
Yeah.
If we have to take, if let's say, Armstrong comes off, Teller comes on, to add up there and to drop it in and out. Because I think, Adams creates a lot of spaces with his attack now. The way it's sort of like his strength.
For Moy, maybe.
Yeah, that as well. Moy coming off, Teller coming on. There's just more you can do attack-wise if you start like this.
Yeah.
What I don't want to see is a start like this, going into 70 minutes, maybe a goal up, maybe needing a goal, and then him to bring Walcott on. That would be where the crime is. But I think even now Ralph must see, Teller brings more to a game coming on. So
yeah.
I don't think you change much from that. Although, do you swap out Armstrong for Brozier? Because I felt like even the Villa game where I know Armstrong scored the goal.
Yeah.
But those final minutes when Brozier came on, I think they linked up really, really well. And I just thought I love the way that Shea creates space for him.
Yeah.
I think they both use their bodies so well, and they can both do the same thing for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would quite like to see it. But at the same time,
And also, if Redmond's playing, I thought Redmond and Brozier played really
exactly.
well
So and that's the other thing. Like, say we got to 7 minutes, you could even take if Brozier starts, you could take Adams off and bring Teller on, and have Redmond drop more into the middle. There's a lot that, like I say, a lot you could do. So I would maybe put Brozier there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
The fact that Brozier started in the 3 kind of makes me think that maybe he was going to start against Liverpool, and they added Armstrong because of the injuries.
Yeah, I think they did. I think that's exactly what happened. Let's not forget that Brozier's on loan, so we've got to be using him.
Got to be using him, and I'm sure there'll be a clause like within the Minamino deal where he has to play a certain amount of games, or we get a certain money off for every game that he sort of plays. So
yeah,
there would definitely be things in there we'll have to start seeing him more. And these are the sort of games where we do. And let's be fair, like he has been the most consistent of the strikers when he started.
Yeah.
Really,
So I've had a comment up here looking at the left back position. Peru has an awesome delivery in the box. He needs to run at games and encourage to attack more with his strikers running in, expecting his delivery into the box. Yeah, it's kind of when you got that kind of sort of aggressive, pacey, quick balls into the box, kind of the Cedric of the good days reminds me of when Peru's on his game, and there could be a physical presence there. I mean, who would be facing him on that side for Leicester? Just put you right on the spot there.
I don't know. Can't tell you.
Harvey Barnes or
someone like that. They'll play for Leicester, I know that for sure.
Yeah, they'll be wearing a blue shirt.
Yeah. I honestly think Peru is great, and again, a player that I'm annoyed that he's not starting. Livermore really just come and annoyed a lot of people because he's been so damn good.
Yeah.
But like what I said last week, I do think there will come a point where Livermore will have to be benched to be rested, and that and we will see a Kyle Walker-Peters and Peru. And on that day, I think we might maybe see a slightly more balanced back four.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be as impressive, but it'll be more balanced, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of Peru, and also Peru to me down that wing is kind of what I was sort of talking about when Bertrand was here. He's doing a job, but can you get more out of that? And I think both Kyle Walker-Peters and Peru have proven, you can get more out of your left back than just running up and down.
Do you think Peru or Kyle Walker-Peters is a better left back than Ryan Bertrand right now?
Right now, I think they both are.
Yeah, agreed.
They both are. They're both better left backs right now than Ryan Bertrand. Now, we're talking peak Champions League winning Ryan Bertrand. Different question.
He's playing as a winger then, anyway. But
right now, the thing is, here's the thing. Apparently, Bertrand got hit with COVID quite bad and has long-lasting effects.
Oh no!
So, I saw. I can't remember who I was listening to. It was.
He got in 2018, did he? Sorry, that's a really poor taste joke. I'm so sorry. Take it back.
Remember when we said I would go on strike for something? But no.
But he has been off the pace for
He has been off the pace.
Sometimes.
And here's the thing. When you look at Vestergaard and Bertrand both going to Leicester, of the two of them, Bertrand would have been the one that I would have thought would get all the game time. And the fact that he hasn't, just for me, says that he must be definitely off the pace. And I think it might have been on maybe Turtle Saints. It might have been one of the many podcasts I've been listening to this week.
Yeah.
He's had long lasting COVID effects. So there's a reason why he's not fully at it.
Okay.
But even then, like I say, back when he was playing for us, I felt that you can get more out of a left back, and I think we do. Do.
Yeah, and there wasn't any competition for the places, so if he perhaps sort of
exactly. He spent almost 3 years unopposed at left back.
Yeah. Yeah, there was.
And towards the end, it shows, and you can be like he does it, and it's like he does a job.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming here, I wonder if Lianco is watching the show. I tell you what, everyone right now, if you're on Twitter, go on Twitter. This show is on Twitter right now. We're live on Twitter. Tweet this and tag Lianco in it. And Lianco, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on the show, mate.
If you could, here's the thing: he's on it all the time, so he must be able to tune in for a split second. So if we just keep talking about Lianco for the next half an hour, exactly. Oh my god, we should be fine. Absolutely landed.
And if he wants to do the show from Peppa Pig World, I'm happy. Let's do it.
Just give us a call, man. Do they still have the gold the Shimmin for Gold thing there. I always loved that as a kid. You know, you get the gold medal and.
Oh yeah. Not a clue.
You don't remember that? Never been to Potter's Park when they had like when you get the water and you like shimmy the gold out through the bottom.
Oh wow. Oh
Remember
wow.
that?
That's retro stuff there, Jack.
They had that there for the longest time. Remember that?
Oh God. Well,
Used to be Polton's Park with your big gold medal because I found gold in the shimmy. Oh yeah, guys, if you are going to trick Lianco, don't use the emoji.
Yeah.
Because we want him to see it.
Exactly. And sadly, Twitter needs to sort his life out.
And whilst you're there, you might as well tag Yoshida too because I miss him.
Yoshida responded to the show.
He did in fact respond to the show. But you know, I've still yet to have dinner with him. So did he really? Did he really?
And Chloe Lianco replies to me all the time on Instagram. Tag us if you
come
can.
Come on, Chloe, get him over it. Tell him we love him.
How amazing would that be? Our next preview is going to feature Lianco.
Listen, if he comes on the show, I won't just get him on the shirt. I'll get him on my leg. It'll be fine.
So, looking at this lineup, are we happy with this? Is this what we think is going to happen?
I think so. I think this is what it is. I mean, just for the meantime, in case he does show up, do you want to put Lianco on that pitch right now?
That's a good show. Yeah, obviously,
tell him to wait a second.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Here's the thing: if Stevens isn't 100%, this is what it would be.
Yep. Actually, we're going to do this.
Yep. Can you change all the names to Lianco? Can you just reply to make them all Lianco, and we should be fine.
I think there's a good shout for this. I think there's a good shout for this. Right, there we go. Good spot.
Let's be fair. This is compared to our last lineup, way less audacious.
It is, and you know, Ralph did follow our formation last. Well, sort of, not quite up front. It was a different shape up front, but yeah, no, all good. Right, we are locking that in.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Lianco, you're starting. Good stuff.
Lianco starting. No worries, bud. Anytime.
Fantastic. And everyone go tweet Lianco right now. Right, let's get into our most audacious part of the show, where we talk about our score predictions. Right, whose turn?
It's definitely your turn.
Definitely my turn.
Definitely your turn because, my last one didn't go too well.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Not well at all. What do I think? I think we'll concede. I
feel that. Not when Lianco's starting, mate.
It's true. No, but I think the way Vardy is at the moment, he's just
you can't get away from it, mate. You can't get away from it, can you? Doesn't matter what you think about. I just know Southampton versus Leicester. If he doesn't score, we'll win. How about that?
Yeah.
Without a doubt, if Vardy doesn't score, we will win.
Yeah. Yeah, and if we don't concede, we're not going to lose. That's
exactly.
Fact. That's fact.
That is pure Michael Owen fact, that is.
That is something Michael Owen would say. Oh, by the way, everyone stick your score predictions in the chat section, and I will go through those straight after we've given ours. I'm delaying mine. Right. 3-1, Southampton.
Love that.
Because I just feel that we have to start scoring from these chances. Do you know what I mean? And I just think Leicester's defence kind of all over the place. So, if we can put them away, then I can see it happen. Maybe a 2-1, but 3-1. I'm going to go for that. Right, 3-1. Locking it in.
He's locking it in. He's locked it in. Before I make mine, can I just take a minute to say Andy Hills, our resident Portsmouth fan, has put us to win 2-1 in the comment section, and I kind of feel like this is a healing moment.
Fair play.
Hands across Hampshire. Okay, right. Let's think about this. I think we are going to win. If we concede, it'd be 2-1. If we don't concede, it'd be 3-0.
What?
Well, I'm going to say 3-0 because you said 2-1, and I'm going to be really audacious. Mate,
Really?
you're lucky. You're lucky I didn't say 5. Let's be fair.
I mean, I love it. I love it. All right, 3-0.
I just feel like the chances we can create, their defense, and if our defense comes out in order, as solid as possible, wicked. And especially if we do start Brozier and Teller, and we start the thing is right now is like with the wingers that we've got, we don't have a lot of creative, passionate, free flowing. Like I keep saying that in January, I would quite us to look for a winger, especially because if Redmond's not in the squad. And, we're not going to start Teller. Gineppo's kind of become a bit of the lost man. And I feel like this is finally kind of this might be it for him.
Yeah.
A little bit of, like I said last season, like I need Gineppo to come out, play, and be what we all think he is. And he's not done it. And I know he's been out with a bit of an injury, but I would have thought we might have seen him back by now. Or seen a bit more of him.
Yeah.
I just think something a bit more spicy up top. And, in the meantime, I want exciting players who want to do something for the squad, and Teller is one of those, and Brozier is one of those, and Lianco is one of those, Livramento is one of those. There are players in this squad that are so exciting.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we can come out, we'll do it like that.
We can go out there, play our game, anything can happen. And I think you're absolutely right. We can definitely start getting more goals, more than a 1-0 win. But equally, if we were to win and not concede, it's still pretty impressive against a Leicester side who are scoring loads of goals at the moment. So there we go. Right.
Put it this way: if we don't sign another creative winger, we should sign Tadic back.
Such a great player now, though, isn't he?
I reckon we can get him back. I reckon you could get him for 15.
You reckon?
I reckon. How old is he now? 30? Approaching 30?
It's not quite worked out for the likes of Theo, though, has it?
Yeah, but Tadic is a good player. Sorry, Theo. I love you, man, and I was so happy when you came back. But Jesus, like.
Yeah, do you think it's one for the dressing room anyway? Right, let's get on to the other score predictions from the chat section. Thank you so much for putting all those in there. I've put ours. I've locked them in, Jack. Hope you don't mind. So they're literally up on the screen, so I can see what we think. Right. Thanks for this. I predict a draw. I'll take this for the screen. 5-0 to Saints. Wow.
Let's get some clicks for that, guys. Get some clicks for that. Fantastic.
Making ours look really sensible. I love that. The first one in there. Love it. Alex Ross 2-1 to Southampton. Yeah,
clicks around, clicks.
Shay's going for a 3-3. Cool, 6-goal thriller.
Why'd you even read it out? Do you know
what? I'm gonna put this up as well because, like I said, it was a healing moment. So there we go.
Clicks. He gets clicks.
There we go. I reckon the next show, that profile pic will have a different club badge on it. I just got a feeling.
I got a feeling.
Lianco hat-trick. Love that. Right, Jamie 397. 1-1 if Lianco and Brozier tell us start. But if they don't, we'll lose 2-0. Armstrong will miss a sitter. Oh, it's a bit of a downer. Can't do that. Although Lord O'Bennison is at the same 1-1. Tom's going for a 1-1 with an apology to Jack. Woo! Stay calm, Jack. Stay calm. It's like three draws in a row there. Scott Johnson's bringing us back with a 3-2. Lordo's giving his scorers in there as well. We didn't give scorers, but we'll do it in a bit. Armstrong and Vardy. Robbie Blackman 1-0. Lianco near post header. If it's a 1-0 win, Lianco scores in a 1-0 win, I will do absolutely everything I can to get Lianco on show.
Oh mate, I can't be on my shirt like that. Like we go to the club shop afterwards. We're straight in. We go straight to the Marlings. We'll break in and just use the machines ourselves.
Done. Agreed. There we go. James Cap's going for a 2-1. Henry Day's going for a 2-1 Saints. Went to Norwich to watch that rubbish. Hoping it would be a win. Any more here? No, I think I've got it. Vince Mo 1-0 with 20 attempts on goal. Brozier in the 89th minute.
Feel it. Feel that.
Yeah.
I absolutely understand that game you've pictured in your head. I'm like, yeah, that could definitely happen. I can see that.
Win-win. Win's a win. Ethan, what are you playing at? 2-0 Leicester. Dear me. Sanjeev Ratan's going.
What's going on?
Lots of 1-1s here.
You guys all need to behave, yeah? Ralph knows how to do Brendan.
Yeah. There'll be lots of thoughts around that. So there we go. That's the consensus there for maybe it's going to be a shared points affair. But Jack, do you want to add any of your scorers in with your 3-0 win?
My 3-0. Let's go for a Brozier brace because I want it. A Lianco header.
Lianco scores. Did the shirt go on the name on the shirt then? Well,
yeah, okay. No doubt. They go straight on there.
Lianco goal, and we win the game. Yeah, solid. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Lianco scores. He goes on the shirts.
Yeah. Lianco scores and we win.
Yeah, because it's depressing if he scores and we lose 2-1.
Exactly. He'll walk into the club shop going, "Can I have Lianco?
Can I get a Lianco on this, please?"
Yeah, because I said it live on air.
Yeah, and he is wicked, isn't he? So
he gave away
both the goals tonight.
We have your shirt. No. Please, can we have your shirt, Lianco, with a little cardboard thing?
I've been saying for weeks, mate, that we need to take a tifo with us. But a really skinny one just for our 2 seats, and then high enough so it doesn't block the people behind us because we're nice guys.
Chloe's going for a 2-1, just getting these last ones in nice and early. James Ward-Prowse pen and a Vardy pen. God, that'd be a bit of a depressing game, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Both with sort of like contentious VAR decisions.
Perfect for pundits.
Yeah.
Ward-Prowse scored, Vardy scored. Typical Southampton Leicester, innit?
I know those players. Yeah. Where's Højbjerg?
These two are the shinies if you buy match attacks.
And Scott's sharing my thoughts there. When will James Ward-Prowse free kick happen? Goodness me.
Can I put something ballsy out there? Can I say I think he'll score from a corner before he scores from a free kick next?
Oh, I like it.
Does that go on his set piece record? Like, does that go on?
I guess so.
Like, will that count towards the David Beckham record?
No, because it'll be free kicks.
Boring.
Boring.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, my Google's doing something funny. Don't. Oh gosh. Right. It's all right. We're back. Woo. Right. So there you have it. That is our score predictions for the Southampton Leicester game. Is there any other thoughts on the game before we close this one out?
I think we've got it all covered, don't we? I think we've got it all covered. I guess I should just double plug the fact I'm Leicester till I die on Thursday after the game. It's for better or worse. Listen, you guys need to come over just to see Chris's intro music.
Yeah, exactly. Get a cup of coffee. It's a long one.
And also, he also likes to throw like just clips out, and sometimes they really catch me off guard, and I can't.
Yeah.
Last time I was choking on my drink for like 10 minutes because I can't remember what he did, but it was just great.
We did the same to, I think it was Brad who came on the show as well.
Yeah.
I did the, what did the fuck say? The intro thing, and I didn't tell him that was going to happen, so it's fair game. It's fair game, you know. We're a bit tongue-in-cheek, bit of banter between fans.
Love it.
It's not to love, you know.
They're a friendly bunch over that Leicester till I die. All worth a subscription.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus he's in Bournemouth as well, so technically he's a local boy.
Yeah. In fact, I guess he'll be at the game as well.
He might be.
We'll be able to wave at him.
I'll ping a message and just, say hello to him. Although he's very offensive about, some of my Southampton shirts, and I don't like that.
Oh dear.
I've also been told our lovely red Draper Tools sweatshirt isn't a Christmas jumper, so I can't wear it at work. And again,
what?
You need to have a word with Hamlet, mate, because he's really ruining my vibe.
You can get straight to the HR department on that one. That's a shocker. Absolute shocker. Dear me.
It absolutely is. That's the reason I bought it.
Discrimination in the workplace is shocking. It's a jumper you're wearing at Christmas.
I did win the argument because he said, "What's bigger on there, Southampton or Christmas?" I said Draper Tools, and that's why I'm shopping for Christmas this year. So
I'm getting you a tool, you spanner.
Yep. Alan Keys all round.
There's a letter from Chloe. Apparently, Vesgard and Bertrand will play.
Will they? 9-0.
I would be amazed if that's true. Wow.
It'd be extremely ballsy, and they would get put away.
Yeah, that would be quite.
And I don't mean that just to be the ex. Like he used to play for us. They get put away. They get put away. Can you imagine Brian Bertrand trying to contain Livramento?
That'll be a fun watch.
It'd be down our side too, so it would actually be great.
Yeah, that first half's gonna be pretty enjoyable. I'd be really surprised by that. And of course, Jamie mentioned further. How many times do you reckon it will be brought up by the pundits?
Won't be listening.
Yeah, get yourself a ticket. I think it's been shown on Amazon Prime as well. So
yeah, it's on Prime, isn't it? But that doesn't help.
7:30 kickoff as well.
Because it's on Prime. Sorry, mate. I'm not working Wednesday, so it's all good.
Yeah. What time are you getting down there?
I don't know. I have to talk to the crew. Put it this way, I'll be eating. We'll be eating.
Nice.
Guys. Although maybe Slim Chickens, I can't decide anymore. Just food.
Yeah. Lots of winter warming food. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right. Well, pretty much that does sum it up for us here this evening. Thank you so much. If you've watched both of these shows live this evening, then extra applause for you. If you're watching it on replay, let us know in the comment section your thoughts on the game, what you think is going to happen, and what you think. If you're watching it after the game, tell us how you thought the game went. It's always interesting to read that. We can always go through that amongst the other things. But thanks, Jack. Thanks for joining me.
So good, mate. So good. Thanks, Lianco, for watching. You're there, right?
Absolutely. Everyone go tweet Lianco. Retweet this show to Lianco. We'd love to have you on. But as always, remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. All right. See ya.
Cheers, guys.